now that we've had some fantasy, let's jump into what
Physicists believe that
Sabine Hossenfelder has to say about physicists rethinking dark matter. Honestly, I'm in the camp that thinks dark matter is bullshit, but looks like maybe there's something new. Or maybe not.
That 80% of the matter in the universe is dark matter that we can't see. But despite decades of trying to measure even a single one of the dark matter particles, they haven't been able to confirm that this matter really exists. In the past years...
We've spent how many years and not found nothing? That makes me a little bit suspect that maybe dark matter doesn't exist.
Physicists have been rethinking the dark matter idea, but not in the way you might expect. Dark matter has made physics a laughing stock because it doesn't seem like a scientific idea. Hey, we have these observations that we don't understand. Let's just make up some invisible stuff so that the maths works out. In everyday circumstances, making up invisible stuff to explain observations you don't understand is a fast track to psychiatry.
Yeah, exactly. My point.
However, in science, it can be justified provided that the explanation is simple, because if you can calculate a lot of observable consequences from few assumptions, that's good science. And dark matter used to be such a simple, good scientific explanation. That's because for astrophysicists, dark matter doesn't just mean invisible stuff. It means very specifically something that doesn't interact with light and that's fully described by its energy density without pressure. Dark matter in its original form really only had this one parameter, the initial energy density, and then all the rest should have followed from this by the laws of gravity. Problem is that this didn't work. The observations just didn't comply, and the more observations astrophysicists gathered, the less it was working. You see, if you stick with a simple dark matter model that tells you what galaxies should look like and how they form as matter in the universe clumps. This is because there's so much more dark matter than normal matter that the dark matter totally dominates what's happening. But the predictions from the simple dark matter just don't fit to the observations. Big galaxies seem to have fewer small galaxies around them than predicted. The density in galactic cores isn't as high as predicted. Galaxies form faster than expected, and their size is correlated with the brightness, which really shouldn't be the case. There are new problems popping up each month, like this case that just doesn't want to fit the simple dark matter model. So what have astrophysicists done in response to these observations? So what have astrophysicists the brightness, which really shouldn't be the case? There are new problems popping up each month, like this case.
Possible challenge for cold and warm dark matter. How can it be warm or cold if it doesn't interact with light or heat or infrared or anything? You'd think it would just stay the same temperature, eh?
That just doesn't want to fit the simple dark matter model. So what have astrophysicists done in response to these observations? They've made the models more complicated, and they've made many of these models. This is why there are now several headlines each week about some new dark matter ideas. A new theory of dark matter could solve 3 cosmic mysteries, or could dark matter be made of black holes from a different universe? Scientists are pretty sure they found a portal to the 5th dimension, that portal being dark matter, or we still can't see dark matter, but what if we can hear it? These are all headlines about increasingly obscure and complicated dark matter models.
And a desperate scramble to fulfill the publisher die mandate that is academics at the present time.
The one big trend has been to go from one dark matter particle to an entire dark sector of multiple particles. Sometimes these are literally hundreds. The other trend has been to give the dark matter interactions. This is known as self-interacting dark matter. Just have a look at these recent archive posts with the keyword.
Holy crap. That's a lot of posts. 2,621. And each one scrambling for a little bit of academic money.
A dark sector. Primordial black holes coupled to a dark sector. A massive vector sector. Dark sector antibaryons. A massive dark photon and dark matter particles of spin up to 1. Higgs portal. Heavy neutral leptons and heavy QCD axion models. Decaying spin 3 half dark matter 2 scalar fields and anisotropic spinor field. A sequestered dark sector. And those are just the listings from the past week.
Holy, 2,000 papers in a week? Yeah, I would say there's a bunch of people scrambling for a paycheck.
Papers are all a 10 out of 10 on the bullshit meter. Oh, you might say that's unkind. And maybe it is. But this is not proper science. These are people producing papers with bullshit theories that they fumbled together so that they fit observations and can't be rolled out. It's no coincidence that this is the same nonsense theory production which happened 2 decades ago in high-energy particle physics, because people left particle physics and now do astrophysics. But it's the same damn thing. They haven't learned anything. Instead, they now complain about me when I point out they got paid for producing bullshit papers. Why am I telling you about this? It's so that you know why I don't talk about the papers that these headlines are about. They've nothing to do with reality. There's nothing interesting to find there. What astrophysicists should do is to collect all data and look for the simplest explanation that explains it systematically. We already know that this will be a combination of cold dark matter and modified gravity, but that's the path no one wants to go down. So yes,
Yeah, because those are terribly unexciting. They don't, they're terribly unexciting, and they probably don't conform to the dogmas of people peer reviewing their papers.
Physicists are rethinking dark matter, but the result is that now it makes even less sense. Science needs problem solvers, people like you.
And the other thing is, how many of these papers were shit out using ChatGPT, which is, or one of the other AI agents, but ChatGPT in particular is a very, I think it is gaslighty, as well as it strokes your ego in ungood ways. Never says no, never corrects you. Customer's always right, and the customer is sometimes right. A lot of times the customer's a dumbass.
If you want to turn your talent into hands-on practical knowledge, I recommend that you check out Brilliant. Brilliant offers interactive courses on topics in science, computer science, and mathematics that let you build up your knowledge systematically to true mastery. The courses adapt to each learner's background, skill level, and pace, and they constantly add new content, like this course about digital circuits that explains how computers really work. They also have super useful courses on artificial intelligence and probability and chance. The courses on Brilliant are so well done, they really click into my brain. Sounds good? I hope it does. You can try Brilliant for free.
It might click into her brain, but how does it click into the average person's brain? That is the measure of a good academic program.
For a full 30 days. And if you use my link brilliant.org/Sabine or scan the QR code, you'll get 20% off the annual premium subscription with unlimited access. Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.
Okay, so there's that. Link in chat.